Hello, my name is Boomer Locust. Today we will be defining orbits. Now, what is an orbit? An orbit is defined as the path one body makes around another in space. In this case, mostly ships around planets, moons around planets, and planets around stars. Now, orbits can either be defined by how long it takes an object to do this, or how fast the object is going. And I'll get to both of those in a second. Now, firstly, an orbit has basically two major parameters, the apoapsis and the periapsis. The apoapsis, or apogee, aphelion, the furthest is basically the furthest point away from a body. The same is the reverse is true for the periapsis, which is the lowest point away from a body. Well, on the orbit, that is. And my engine decided. Anyways. Now, in this case we have a suborbital trajectory. Suborbital trajectories are basically trajectories that do not make orbits. They are suborbital. Now, with orbits you have things known. With orbits you have directions known as prograde or retrograde. Prograde is basically burning with the direction of the orbit. It is, in this case, you would be burning clockwise. Retrograde is burning the exact opposite, anti-clockwise or counterclockwise for the Americans. Now, if you were to burn prograde at periapsis, you would raise your apoapsis. If you were to burn prograde at periapsis, you would raise your periapsis, and vice versa. In this case, this rocket, with its small third stage, because the second stage died, does not have enough fuel to get into orbit. Therefore, it is still on a very, very large suborbital trajectory. And it's almost orbital velocity on nearly 1700 meters per second, or thereabouts. Now, if you were to burn at a 90-degree angle to the orbit, you have radial movements, basically defined as they shift the orbit left or right. If you were to burn 90 degrees inward, it'd be shifting left. If you were to burn 90 degrees outward, it'd be shifting right. Or if you were to burn, well, basically any point in the orbit, if you burn left or right, you would basically be shifting orbit. And now, with velocity defined, basically according to velocity, defining orbits using velocity, it's basically saying the velocity of the orbit is equal to the period cubed over time. But period squared, the velocity of the orbit is the semi-range velocity orbit is basically the period cubed divided by the time squared. Or I could be wrong. But no, that's how you define orbits by velocity. Defining orbits by period is basically taking the period of the orbit and then getting velocity from that is basically distance divided by time, or basically how long it takes, the circumference of the circular orbit divided by how long it takes to make that orbit will give you the orbital period. And there are two other things you need to know about orbits. Circular orbits, or orbits that have eccentricities are extremely close to 1, like 0.000 20 some odd zeros to 1, and eccentric or very large eccentric orbits, which have eccentricities anywhere between greater than 0 but less than 1. And if that's all, I do believe this is our time for today. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time where we discuss Delta V. Have a nice day.